Today is May 24, 2025, and I took delivery of this riding lawn mower yesterday. It's the Cub Cadet CC30H hydrostatic, riding lawnmower. And I just like to go over a few things with it. I bought a 2018 model in 2018, and I had it for about 3 years and sold it, and I kicked myself ever since, and I just said I'm going to get me another one someday. And today was the day. In 2018, I paid $1,350 for it, and it went up 60% since then, up to 2025. I really didn't want to pay that kind of money for it, but the wife offered to buy it for me, and I took her up on that offer, and she bought it for me. And as we go over this stuff, I'll point out the differences between the 2018 model and this model. All right, first thing we're going to do is look at the park brake, same as the 2018. Push it to the floor, and you put this down. Now you're in park brake. On my other model, this lever went clear to here, and now it only goes about halfway. It doesn't look like it from the video, but it does. Watch. You can see the space difference right there. That's the difference between the 2018 model and this 2025. All right, we'll look at these control switches here. This is your ignition switch, off, reverse. We'll get to that in a minute, and on right there. And then when you want to start it, you flip it all the way up to that spot, and then it springs back automatically while the engine's running. And this is your throttle, slow and fast right there. And then I think that's the choke position right there. Anyway, it starts up really easy all the time. A cup holder. On the 2018 had a black seat, low profile. This is yellow and black, has Cub Cadet in it, and it's a lot taller than the 2018 model. Let's go down here to the deck. The deck has your washout, just like the 2018 model, does the same thing. And also, kind of creep under here and look at this battery. Now on the 2018 model, that battery was huge. Now they've got a lot smaller battery, and under there it's all pretty well organized there. And yeah, it's a 344cc Briggs & Stratton engine with no oil filter. The 2018 had an oil filter on the other side. I'll show you where it was, but this model does not have a oil filter. The 2018 came with white rims, and this one's coming with black rims. All right, let's look under the seat here. The seat is adjustable just like the 2018 model. A thumb screw, and it just slides backwards and forward to your preference. Oil checking dipstick right there. Gasoline filler right there, and the safety seat switch right there. Right there, it goes up and down, and that's when this seat's on it and you're sitting on it, puts pressure on that seat switch, and then when you get off, if the engine's running, it will automatically shut the engine down. Okay, let's talk about tire pressure. The manual says that the rear tires should have about 10 pounds in them, but on the tire itself says you can put a maximum of 14 pounds, but the manual wants you at 10. And for the front tires, the manual says 14 pounds of pressure, and on the tire itself, it says maximum of 20. Again, the oil filter on my other one was right here, and it's not there no more. They don't even have an oil filter there anymore. And again, it's a 344cc engine, and it's kind of cockeyed. The other one was straight, and if you kind of look, it's kind of cockeyed a little bit in there. And on this side, you got your two levers. This is your deck blade engagement, or PTO. When you push it down, it's engaged, and you're cutting grass like a fool. And then when you're done, you lift it up and it disengages, and now you're not cutting grass like a fool. And this is your deck height adjustment, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, starting with 5. I don't know what the inch increments are, but they're there somewhere. And just lift deck lift, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, let's talk about the hydrostatic drive of the gas pedal. You push it a little bit, you go slow. The more you push it towards the floorboard, the faster you go. And it's the same in reverse. You push a little bit, you go slow, and the more you push it to the floor, the faster you go backwards. Now let's go over to the ignition switch and I'll show you the sequence you need to do to go backwards to put it in reverse. In order to start it, you gotta push it to the green spot, and then you just push it to the start spot and she'll start up. But you have to have the parking brake on, which I'm doing right now, putting the parking brake on, and I'm gonna start it. Okay, I'm going to take the parking brake off. The parking brake's off. Now I'm going to push the reverse pedal, and as you can see, I can go backwards no problem. I can go frontwards no problem too. Now I'm going to engage the blades with a PTO. Now I'm going to push the reverse button, or the reverse throttle, floor throttle, and it'll almost die. Every time I push it, it'll almost die. That's where you have to put it in yellow. Push that, warning, yellow button, and you'll see the red light come on. And now while the blades are going around, I can go backwards. And you only have to do that one time. If I move the key to that position back, that red light will go off, and I'll have to do it all over again. Okay, I'm going to hit the reverse. So you don't need to actually push it back over there, just keep it there. Okay, you can keep it there while you're mowing the whole time. You don't need to push it back. And it stays that way all the time unless you shut the engine off, then you'll have to reset it. All right, let's move around to the front of the mower. Of course, you got a headlight there. I don't know if it's halogen or LED, I have no idea. And you got your billy bar there for pulling it if you want to. It's loose right now because I'm gonna add a bagger kit to it. And the side discharge chute can be removed and replaced with a mulching block right here. You just undo this wing nut and this wing nut here, and the unit just comes right off. And again, you can either put a blocking mulcher blocker on there, or you can put a bagger kit on it, which I'm going to do here, and I'll show you what that looks like when I get done putting the bagger kit on. All right, let's go over the difference between the 2018 model and this one. First off, the wheels are black on this one, and they're white on the 2018 model. The seat is way smaller and lower profile and black on the 2018, and this one's a lot taller with a lot more backrest and more colorful. And the engine is cockeyed on this one, as you can see, and on the 18 it was straight on there, mounted on there. And there's no oil filter on this guy. There was an oil filter on the 2018, and the park brake lever goes just halfway here, whereas on the 2018 it went clear to the front there. And that's basically all the difference that I can see, other than the cost went up 60%. Okay, included with the lawnmower came this nifty plastic, useful, I'll call it a tool. But what it does, it goes right by the oil drain plug right there. So when you drain the oil will run down and out instead of all over in your engine compartment there. This thing turns on a dime. All right, let's try a couple experiments here, okay? Park brake on. All right, PTO blades turning right now. Park brake's on. Now if I get off, the engine should die. You shouldn't be able to do this. Okay, the engine did die. Okay, let's PTO disengage, blades disengage, start it back up. All right, it's just sitting here, park brake on, idling. I'm gonna get off. Okay, she stays running. I like that, she stays running. All right, that's all I need to know. All right, I'm gonna put this grass catcher unit on. There's the chute, brackets, weight for the front, grass catcher top and grass catcher bags. Gonna put it all on that thing right there, right now. Okay, got the grass catcher bag kit on, and it went on very easily. And it's never been used yet. Still nice as could be. There's the chute, and then it just comes down and just snaps on like that. 2 bags. Pull it off, and the bags just come out like so. Bingo, unload, put it back in, same as the second bag. Just bring it off, unload, put it back on, slam it down, and there's the chute. And one of the main reasons why I bought this is because the chute just barely sticks out the side of the mower, and the chute just screwed on again with the thumb screw right here. 1 thumb screw there and 1 thumb screw there. And then I installed the counterweight right there, because when the bags get full, they get kind of heavy and they tend to want to lift the front end up. So they give you the counterweight to put on there to counter the weight. Haha. The bagger kit went on really easy. It took me about 30 minutes or so. But the cost of the bagger kit rose 47% from 2018 to 2025.